Sorry for being a mess.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I come to you very glam, and that is because I wanted to do a post-lockdown glam night out, rave, whatever you want to call it, kind of look. So I've kind of gone with a little bit of a night out kind of theme. So this is a dress from Boohoo that I've got on underneath. There is a bottom bit to it here, there you go. But I've just gone with this really gorgeous pink eyeshadow look. I did most of it using the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions eyeshadow palette, and then I've gone for really full coverage, glam, highlighted skin, my kind of favourite kind of look to do. And yeah, hoping that lockdown is going to be lifted very, very soon in the UK. I need to get back with my girls, I need to have a drink, I need to get out in the sun, I need to go on a night out, I need to go to a festival. There's just a lot of needs going on. So if you want to know how I got this makeup look and what products I used, then please keep watching. Right, let's get this hair back. I washed it this morning and this is what happens when it naturally dries. It's a look. So I don't really know what I'm going to do today, but I know that the vibe I want to go with is like a post-lockdown glam. Cheers. So I think I'm going to start with the eyes first. I'll go ahead and do my brows and then I'll be right back. As always, I use my Morphe brow pomade in the shade Mocha, and then I also use the Morphe M158 brush. So I'll go ahead and do my brows and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've put the brows on. I have clipped my hair back as well because it was just driving me up the wall. I am just going to run through some of the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is in the shade 3. I need to get the Benefit 24-hour brow setter because I've seen that that works absolute wonders. But I'm just going to feather this through the brow. I do have quite a harsh brow because I need to try with a pencil really to try and get that feathered effect. But I've always used a brow pomade and I just find them the most straightforward for me, and once I've done all my look, brows don't seem out of place. So I have always just continued to use the brow pomades. I will try and give pencils a bit of a go, but for now I'm going to stick with the brow pomade. So I think for today's look I'm going to go for a bit of a pink mauve smoky eye. So I'm going to be dipping into my Huda Beauty palette. This is the Mauve Obsessions palette. This is one of the first ones that she brought out in these little 9 palettes. I'll probably dip into this palette as well. So this is from Makeup Obsession, so this is probably a fraction of the price of the Huda Beauty one, and this is Be the Game Changer, but again it's kind of like similar sort of tones. So I'm gonna mix these two together to create an eye look, and we'll just see where we end up. So I have already primed with some concealer. I just used the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in shade 10, and I think I'm gonna set my eyes as well. So I am just going to take some of the Makeup Revolution lace powder and just set my eyes. So I always tend to set my eyes. I know a lot of professional makeup artists don't, but I do because my eyes crease a lot, especially this one. Because when I was 18, I crashed my car and I split my eye open, so it's had to be glued. So there is always like a little crease that appears when I do my makeup. I'm going to go into the Makeup Obsession palette first, and I'm going to take, this mirror's so cracked, I'm going to take the shade Shape here as my initial transition shade, and I'm just going to take that on a really big fluffy brush and just take it all over my crease. I'm going to bring it right down into this little section of my eye as well. I'm going to try and really smoke it out as much as I can. Okay, moving on, I'm going to dip into the Huda Beauty. I'm going to go in with this shade here, and I'm just going to pack it into this corner and then sweep it across the crease. Now I just want to point out, I'm not saying that I'm a professional makeup artist in the slightest. This is what I would do for maybe a night out or a rave. So these techniques probably aren't the right ones to do, but they work for me and they create the makeup looks that I want. So I like to use them. So if you want to take tips from this, please do. But again, I'm not a professional in the slightest. I do apologise as well if you can hear the washing machine in the background. I have shut the door, but it's very loud. So moving on, I'm going to use an even smaller fluffy brush. I have used this in a recent makeup look, but I'm going to kind of use a similar sort of shade to what's on here. So I'm going to go in with this really beautiful deep mauve shade here, and I'm going to really concentrate that into this outer corner and bring it slightly over into the crease. I do apologise, my mother just rang me, and because I'm filming on my phone, it suddenly just cut out the video, and I was thinking, oh no, I really hope it's saved, but it has. So we shall continue with the eye makeup. So going, like I said, back in with the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm going to go up to this get your words out, Eloise. I'm going to go up to this colour here, which is in the top left hand corner, and it's kind of like a really dark purple, dark browny shade, and I'm just going to try and concentrate that right on the lash line in this corner, just to try and deepen it up ever so slightly. I'm going to take it on an angled shadow brush like so. Okay, I know I'm looking a little bit crazy at the moment, but trust the process. Now, next I'm going to carve out the crease, but I'm actually going to use a way that I saw on one of my really good friends' YouTube pages. She's called Becca. I will link her YouTube and her Instagram down below. She is very, very talented at makeup and puts me to absolute shame. But she used Vaseline as a way to carve out the crease rather than concealer. So I'm going to try it. Hopefully it doesn't ruin my complete eye look. I'm going to carve out with Vaseline and then probably place concealer over the top just so that the glitter and the pigment has something to stick to. So I'm just taking my Vaseline. I'm just going to take this on a flat brush. I'm going to try as best I can to not dip out of the shot, but I'm still getting used to filming my makeup, so obviously I'm dipping down like this to see what I'm doing, and I realise that I forget that I'm filming. So I do apologise if I miss some of it, but I will try and do it as best I can.
Sorry for being a mess. I gave my best, but was too late. We talk about this, can't forget. I'm seeing you in everywhere.
I'm actually going to go with my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Defined Concealer in. This is in the shade C4 on the brush. And then I'm just going to take that little brush and the this pink shade, and I'm just going to go over the middle to really soften that line, because at the moment that is very harsh. So next up, I'm just going to wet this flat brush just with some makeup fixing spray. And then I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty palette and go into this shimmery shade and go on the part that is concealed. Now, do I go in with glitter? I have this NYX pink glitter, but I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'll come back to it at the end and see if I need any glitter. So, taking a makeup wipe, I'm just going to clear up underneath. Right, time for some mascara. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline LashSensational mascara. This is a classic. I always use it. It's one of my favourites. I'm just going to apply a good coating onto my lashes, but we are going to go in with fake lashes over the top. So there we go, mascara is on, but I am going to go in back with some lashes. Thing is with me is that I've got quite hooded eyes, so I don't like to have massively big lashes on, because if I have really thick lashes on, then you can't see my eyes underneath because my eyes are quite hooded. So I have to work with my eyeshadow as it is anyways to try and make my eyeshadow visible when my eyes are open. So if I was to chuck a massive pair of lashes on top, then all my hard work would be for nothing. So I'm going to go in with these lashes. Now I have these in like a little box that I keep all my lashes in, like this. So I don't actually know what these are, but these are just really thin and wispies. I want to say these are like the Ardell Wispies or the Ardell Demi Wispies. I'm just going to pop them on and then it will be right back. Okay, lashes are on. Moving on to the skin. Now this is my favourite part. I feel like I do love doing my eyes, but they are hard work sometimes. And when I put my skin on, when I'm going out full out glam, it just brings the whole look together and I love it. So first things first is primer. So I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Pore Perfecting Primer. Now this is very similar to the e.l.f. Putty Primer, which I think is inspired by the Toucher, I don't know what it's called, but it's the Toucher Primer, which is essentially the same thing. So it's like a balm that you take out with a little spatula and then press into the skin, and essentially it just fills in all your pores. So I'm going to take an amount like that to work it together in my hand first. It does have a bit of a cast to this, so you can see it. It does have a little bit of a white cast. Because I got lines on my forehead that I need Botox for. Really push that into the skin. Now once that's on, it does mattify the skin and it does leave a little bit of a cast. However, I like the fact that it mattifies my skin because my skin is quite oily, so my makeup tends to wear off a little bit through the day, especially through like my T-zone. So I need to make sure that I've got a really good base on underneath or really good primer on to try and absorb as many oils as I can so that my makeup lasts all day. Once I've done my primer, I like to set my face in place with setting spray. So I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Hylauronic Fix Spray. I'm going to try and cover my eyes. So moving on to foundation, the foundation that I'm going to use is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, and this is in the shade 5 Warm Beige. I discovered this by watching Stephanie Tom's channel here on YouTube, and I bought it just before I went out to Ibiza last year, which was this time last year. Sad times. And I used it out there, and me and my friend used it before we went to the event Ants. And if anyone doesn't know what Ants is it is at Ushuaia Beach Hotel in Ibiza. It's a day event, so you're in the baking hot sun all day, dancing away, drinking, having a good time with your mates. But because you're in the Ibiza baking hot sun, your makeup it needs to last, and this lasted so well. When we got back to our hotel at sort of midnight, we were going out on the night to go to Elro and our makeup was completely intact. This foundation did not separate, it did not break apart on my skin, and it's only like £7 off Beauty Bay. Yeah. So I'm first going to take it on a flat top kabuki brush, and then I'm going to get rid of all the excess with my sponge. So I'm going to take... So I can only ever use this shade once I'm tanned, which I am, because the weather has been glorious here in the UK, although it seems to have got a little bit rubbish now, but that's kind of the UK. We're used to that. We're used to the weather being very undecided on a day-to-day basis. So dot that all over my face, take my brush and just blend it in. Now I know this foundation looks darker than my actual skin tone. Remember though, the primer has left a bit of a cast on my face. Plus, my face doesn't tan like the rest of my body. It does tan, but it doesn't go as dark. So if I'm wearing makeup when I'm tanned, if it's real tan rather than fake tan, then I do have to go 1 or 2 shades darker in my foundation than my natural skin tone. Otherwise, it just doesn't match and it doesn't correlate. Okay, so the eyelashes not one star. So now that we are all done with our foundation, we're going to move on to cream contour first and then concealer, just because I like to do my cream products first, and if I do my concealer first and then don't set it, it creases, because my face just likes lines. So I always get smile lines, I get lines on my forehead, I get lines under my eyes, on my eyes. Thanks Mother Nature. So I'm going to be going in with my Makeup Revolution Concealer and Define Concealer, but this is in the shade 13.5, and I'm going to be dotting this around my face. I do like to go in quite heavy with the contour or the bronzer for a night out, just because when I'm having pictures and stuff, I need to make sure that you can still see it on camera rather than just in person, plus it needs to last as well. I'm going to do this area at a time just so it doesn't dry down. I'm taking this on a Makeup Revolution flat contour brush and I'm just going to blend that in. This is not Makeup Revolution, this is a Real Techniques. Okay, so now that's all blended in, it does look a little bit crazy in places, but again, trust the process, it will all come together. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Medium Sand. And I'm going to take this right in the corner of my eye. And then up here. And now we blend. Oh, forgot how quickly this dries down. Okay, so setting it all in place, I'm going to go in with this brush here, and I'm going to go in back in with my Makeup Revolution lace powder. I'm just going to go under the eyes. Set that all in place. Right, moving on to bronzer now, powder bronzer. I'm going to go in with this. This is the Body Shop bronzing powder. This is in the shade number 5. Okay, so I'm just going to take that on a really big fluffy brush. Swirl it on in there. That looks a lot stronger in camera than it does in person. We're rolling with it. Then moving on to blush, which I think this look is going to really just tie all together. I'm going to go in with this. This is the Smashbox blush in Warm Glow. And the Smashbox products, I've had this for years. So this is probably out of date, but the Smashbox products are really bizarre. You kind of grate them and then it becomes a powder. I didn't do all that because this stuff is very pigmented. So I'm going to go back and finish under the eyes first before I carry on with anything else. So I'm actually going to take the small brush that we use for the darker outside corner, but I'm going to dip into this pinky shade here and I'm going to really concentrate it underneath the eye. So I'm going to take some mascara. Oh god, that's what's going on. I'm going to take mascara and put that on the bottom lashes. And then I'm going to take this pigment from MAC, which is in the shade Vanilla. It's just like a really icy white pigment, and I'm going to use that to go on the inner corner, like right in the inner corner to highlight. Oh yes, this is coming together. So this kind of penultimate step is to highlight. Oh, I love highlighter. So I'm gonna go in with two. I'm gonna go in with two highlighters because why not? So the first highlighter I'm gonna go in with is actually from not this palette. Wrong palette. First highlighter is from this palette, which is the Morphe 8Z highlighter palette. I mean, oh come on. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Extra, which is down here. So this kind of more of like a champagne gold kind of shade. And then, I don't know why I've sat down like that. I'm then going to go in with the Becca Champagne Pop Shimmer. I'm then going to go in with the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. And it's all broken. I'm just going to kind of go over this and emphasize it. I mean, did I really need that? Yes. So, last step is my lips. Now I'm going to keep it nude because with a big smoky eye like this, the best thing to do is keep it nude. So I'm going to go in with my MAC lip liner pencil in, well, I'm going to go with two. I'm going to go in with my MAC lip liner pencil in Stripdown and Soar. And then I'm going to go in with Honeylove lipstick. And then the Makeup Revolution Pout Bomb Plumping Lip Gloss in the shade Cookie. But I'm going to just use this for the outer edges and then go in with, wow, this is a very extra lip. Go in with Soap and Glory Sexy Mother Pucker Lip Gloss in Spun Sugar, which is like this. Oh, to be fair, I think I might just do all my lips in this. Yeah, not going to use the Makeup Revolution, just going to do it all with this. Okay, and finally to go with setting spray, I'm going back in with my Makeup Revolution Hylauronic Fix Spray. So I'll just take my hair out of this. I'll go quickly finish my hair and then I will be back to show you guys the finished look. Okay, so this is the finished look. I have just quickly curled my hair. It's not that curly. I used my Mark Hill wand with the medium barrel to curl it, so I did it very quickly in 3 sections, and then I've just popped on this little dress like this from Boohoo. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I will leave all the products that I've used down below and I will find if I can find any links for them. This is a close-up of the finished eyes. Now I know they're not perfect, I know they're not blended to perfection, but I'm actually quite proud of myself. Seeing as I'm not a professional and I don't do makeup all the time, I'm pretty proud of myself for completing this kind of eye look. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!